Okay, guys, so I'm going to show you how to make this tube. Let me- yeah. So this tube right here, that's part of our lesson 225. Okay, so activity 225. If we scroll down, this is the coffee tube we're making. This is the coffee tube that came out of that coffee pot that we watched be disassembled yesterday. Okay, so a couple things we're going to learn how to do that we haven't done is we're going to create a sweep feature. We have done revolving, we have done construction access, but this sweep feature is going to be new. Okay, that's how we can follow this, create a tube around a line coming right through here. So let's open up Onshape, create a new document. We're going to call it 2.2.5 coffee tube. All right, so first thing we need to do is I'm going to create just this center line that goes all the way around. So to do that, I'm going to start by just making this line right here. Okay, now this line right here, it tapers off a little bit. So I'm just going to make from here to here, and then we'll add this on in a minute. So this is 2.06, and then we're missing 0.25. So sketch, I'm going to draw my front view. Just going to come up here, make a line from there to there, and it was 2.06, but I'm going to subtract the 0.25. That's that little extra edge. Hit escape, and I've got this line here. Okay, so then I'm going to create this line, which goes from here to here, and I am going to include this 0.5 right here. All right, we're going to add this threading on at the very end, but this is 2.31. So I'm going to create a line down here, 2.31, enter, escape. And then if I look right here, that tells us that this center line to that center line should be 1.95 apart. So I'm going to hit my dimensions. This line to this line should be 1.95 inches apart. So that's set. And the last thing I need to do as far as creating this center line is right here. I've got to create that curve right there. Okay, so I'm going to do my arc feature. So this 3-point arc. To do that, I'm going to select this point, come up here, select this point, and I'm going to drag this third point until that dot connects with that line. So now I've got that arch. So as far as that center line goes, I've got it created, and now I'm going to create a tube that goes around it. So finish that sketch. All right, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another sketch. Okay, so around this tube, that line is going to be the center of the tube. So what I'm going to do is spin that around, and on this right plane right here, I'm going to make a circle that goes around that line. So I'm going to sketch on the right plane. Select the center, should be that line I just created, and I drag it out. And this circle with a line that's asking for the diameter. And if I look here, that diameter is 0.37. So 0.37, and there it is. Go back to my main view here. Okay, so to do this, create the tube following that line, all I have to do is take my sweep feature, which is right here. Okay, I'm going to select the face. All right, so right here, face sketch. I want it to be the face of sketch 2, which is that circle. And now I want to do the sweep path. I want it to follow this line. I want it to follow that line and that line. And so now I have my tube, okay, going all the way across. So I've got this right here. And I'm finished with that. So the next part is I'm going to create this little edge right here. So I'm going to create another sketch. I'm going to do it on this front plane. All right, and I want it to be just right here. So we're going to do the revolve. So remember, when we do revolve, we want just half the shape. So I'm going to do this construction line just right here, come out, should be 0.25 inches. And then I'm going to make this line right here. Okay, if we look right there, that line has a diameter of 0.27. Okay, but since I'm only doing half of this image, I need to take 0.27 and divide it by 2, which gives me 0.135. So it's just this diameter divided in 2 will be the radius. So it should be out 0.25, 0.135 vertically. And then I'm just going to connect those 2 dots, and I'll have that little trapezoid right there that I can revolve to create this piece. So to do that, I'm going to select my line tool. But when I do, it doesn't really allow me to attach to that line. So what I need to do, I'm going to come up, select this box right here. I'm going to go ahead and click that line right there. All right, and it puts a line through the center of that. So now when I select my line tool, all right, now it's allowing me to access that line right there. So I want to start at the center, and I'm going to come out right here, should be 0.25. Then I want to go vertical. All right, it's got that little vertical symbol out to the right there. Okay, and we said that should be 0.135. And I connect it to that point right there. All right, it's shaded in. So I know that's a solid figure that I can revolve. And again, that 0.25, we're told is right here. The 0.135, this has a diameter of 0.27. I divided it in 2, so I would have the radius, which is just half of that figure. So while I'm still in this sketch, I'm going to click my revolve. So it's already selected face of the sketch regions to revolve, face of sketch 3. So that's this. Revolve axis, so click this. Now I'm selecting, I want it to revolve around that axis. And that's that. All right, so now we've got this tube. I've got all of that created. I'm just missing the threads. And if we look right here, and these dotted lines tells us that it's hollowed out. Okay, so what we're going to do now, spin it around a little bit. I'm going to do my shell feature. I want to click that face and that face, and I want to set its thickness. All right, and we're setting it to 0.05. So that part's done. So now we've got our hollow tube, and we've got this little tapered end right here. The only thing left to do is to create these threads. So our threads, we should backtrack 1/2 inch. All right, and it's going to be 3/8 16th UNC -3A. So a lot happening there. So to create these threads, what we're going to need to do, we're going to hit this little drop down arrow, and I want you to add custom features. So what we're looking for, we're going to add this feature right here. So we're typing in thread creator, no space. Do a search, and right here, thread creator.fs, select that and just click thread created right here, and it should add it to our drop down. So now I'm going to select it. All right, so our pitch, okay, we want that to be 1/16. Okay. At a distance. So we only want it to go a distance of 0.15 or 0.5. And then our face to thread. So right here, we've got to select which face. We want it to be this one right here. Okay. So it threaded it back a 1/2 inch. All right, we set it to a 1/16 inch grooves. Okay. And that should take care of that. All right, so there we have created, all right, this 2. So the only thing left to do, if you look back on Schoology, create the coffee heating element in lesson 2.2.5, paste a screenshot of a drawing using your personal template. So the last thing I want to do is down here, my plus sign, create drawing. All right, this is my Murray State template. Let's go with that one. This always takes way too long. Okay, so just create your drawing. All I want you to do, you don't have to dimension it. All right, I just want you to paste this one here, show hidden lines, and then paste this one up here. Don't worry about this section, okay? But just paste this and this on your drawing template, and then submit that on Schoology. Keep hoping this will load up for me. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and just end the video there, but get that submitted as your assignment. Have a great day.